What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video here today. We're back once again for another round of the Nations Cup here today at where are we? We're at Laguna Seca today, and I believe we're in the N100 cars. I think that's right, could be wrong, but anyway, we're here, or majority of us are here in the Mazda Roadster touring car. Seems to be the go-to car. The Lancia Stratos also seems to be a car which a few of the top guys have picked, I should say. Then you've got Cody in a Ferrari, and then you've actually got one of the ART boys in one of the Volkswagen buses. So that'll be interesting. I think the main aim for him will be to try and not end up a lap down. But anyway, for us on our qualifying lap now, it's been pretty good. Our first lap wasn't great. Few little mistakes. Has us 5th at the moment. As you can see, there goes provisional pole setter Metal Gear. Round he goes on his second lap, so he's done. Still sits on pole at the moment. We're currently P5. Emery now goes to the top of the timesheets on a 1:49.436. Now we're going to have a tow up to the line, as we have done all the way around this lap. Can we get near Emery and maybe take pole position across the line? And we just miss out 2,000th of a second. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So Emery takes pole position here at Laguna Seca by 2,000ths of a second over us. And I'm not going to lie, when I saw that, I was hyped for this race to start, because I knew the Roadster was very good in the corners. And if I could just keep with these top guys enough on the straights, I knew that I could be in for a really good shot to actually win this race, because the Roadster, it is quite slow in a straight line compared to the Lancia, but it makes up a lot of time in the corners. That, on top of any mistakes that any of the top guys might make, is only going to make our job a lot easier. But we can't afford to make any ourselves, otherwise our great work in qualifying is basically going to go to waste. So yeah, we've got to make sure that we're pushing the limit as much as we can, but we've got to make sure not to overstep it. 301 points for a race win. I'm gunning for that. I want this win. I feel like I could get it, but if we can't get the win, I'd at least like a podium. I feel like I can get a top 3 here today, but that's my hopes for this race. But we're starting things off on the right foot, so let's carry it over to the race, and from P2 on the grid, let's see just what we can do. Alright, so there we are, P2 on the grid, in between a pair of Lancia Stratoses. So hopefully we can at least try and stay where we are. Obviously some very, very quick guys behind us. Metal Gear, obviously, probably the main one to worry about. Basically every time you see his name on the leaderboard in the Nations Cup race, he's always P1. But away we go here at Laguna Seca. Emery leads us away down to turn 1. And look at the gap that she's already got. It's over a second by the time the race starts. It is coming down a little bit, but we've got to keep one eye on the radar. Metal Gear gaining on us. I'm going to go deep into turn 1. Well, I say go deep, that wasn't really deep at all, but just wanted to be late enough that I could fend off any dive. I did not want to let Metal Gear through at this early stage. I wanted to stay P2. I wanted to stay glued to the back of Emery if I could. And we've done that pretty well for the moment. We've maintained P2, so things are trucking along okay for us at the moment. Now, one thing that I probably should note is I've actually started to do a lot of these races, particularly the last 2-3 rounds, with my good mate Alex. I think he's running around in P9 or P10 or something at the moment. And us two working together has actually done both of us a world of good. So if you're watching this, mate, cheers for your help. But anyway, coming on to lap 4, Emery run a bit wide out of that left-hander actually. She was way off the road. We get a good run down through the corkscrew. Probably dirt and everything all on her tyres as well. That Launcher does not look fun to drive through these tight, twisty corners. And just like that, we are right on her ass. Misses the apex late right-hander. We've got a good run. We're going to try and look round the outside. Now, I wanted to actually go for a cutback here, but she was wise to it. Braked early, so I couldn't do it. Hugs the inside, and she's going to maintain the lead off the corner. Now, I wanted to move over and try and block middle gear here, but there was nothing I could do. The straight line speed of those two cars was just absolutely ridiculous. I was just sitting duck in a straight line, and here comes Cody as well to try and take P3 away from us in that Ferrari. Not the quickest car in a straight line, but still quicker than us. Metal Gear lagging quite badly as well. We give him a little hit there, and yeah, obviously not intentional. As you can see, I just put the lights on there for a split second to say, you know, sorry about that, but obviously when lag rears its ugly head, sometimes some collisions can be unavoidable. But coming on to lap 5, Metal Gear kind of having the same few bad corners that Emery did the lap before. We actually get the move done before the final corner. We try and go deep, but he tries to send back up the inside. I wanted to try and defend that, but I just thought I'll leave him a little bit of space. And as you can see here, just on the run up the front straight, the horsepower that we lack compared to these guys that we're fighting is ridiculous. We are so much faster in the corners, but we just cannot do anything in a straight line. So Metal Gear back up into P2 again. Cody looking up our inside this time. It was the outside last lap, it's the inside this lap. But again, the grip that this Mazda Roadster has just allows us to hang around the outside and maintain P3 for the moment. Now at this point, I was really sitting here not wanting to make a move on Metal Gear. I didn't want to try and fight him, and I kind of hoped that Cody would get that as well. I did give him a flash of the lights, and luckily I think he did actually understand me. But a little bit later on, lap 6, Metal Gear gets it all wrong through there, and he kind of comes over fairly late there. Not going to lie, I was actually pretty annoyed at the point in time, but shit happens, I suppose. That's really all I could say there. But down through the corkscrew now, we've got a good run. Slight tap on the rear end, telling him just to get a wriggle on. But we've been given a 1 second slowdown penalty. Now, I'm not too sure what this is even for, because it never said. So, yeah, now this has made things really awkward for us, because now we're probably going to drop down nearly outside the top 5 as well. So this is really not working out for us after looking so promising after qualifying. Things are starting to go downhill for us a little bit. We serve our 1 second penalty on lap 7. Cody goes by, and there goes Natty Gaines up our inside. He actually goes pretty deep, so I'm able to get the cut back over and under, and we should get the move done. I'm hoping that Noodles actually gives me a bump, and he does, and we should get back up into P4. Kind of squeezed Natty Gaines a little bit there, but I just needed to come over to open up the corner a little bit more. I don't think there was any contact made, and we all continue on. Happy days. But anyway, coming on to the end of lap 8, as Cody has now cleared Metal Gear, and he looks like he's really starting to struggle, not going to lie. He's very, very slow through these tight, twisty corners. Obviously more slow than usual. We give him a little bump there, actually, coming through that left-hander. I'm just really being held up at the moment. Like, I need to get this move done. And Metal Gear, as you can see, kind of squeezes us towards the edge of the circuit there. Probably none too pleased that we give him a little hit there, and I do apologise for that. But at the same time, like when you've got so much more momentum, there's you've got to be able to try and do something with it, and he's really, really slow. But cutting on to the final lap of the race, Emery still leads from Cody. Metal Gear still holding on to P3 over us. We've actually caught up to Emery in these last 2-3 laps. As you can see, she's right there. So we're not that far away from the win in the end. So we have had pretty damn solid pace. But unfortunately, just haven't quite been able to utilise it as much as I would like. But Metal Gear caught the inside curb there in the penultimate corner. Now we're going to be side by side into the final corner. We're going to try and mug him off round the outside. And I think we might actually get this done. Round the outside, we've got better traction. And I think on the final corner, we are going to mug Metal Gear to steal P3 and a podium finish at Laguna Seca. How about that? Oh boy, that was a stressful race, not going to lie, but we absolutely mugged Metal Gear off there at the final corner to steal P3 right at the death, and that's a new PB point score as well, so it'd be interesting to see where that puts me. But that's honestly one of the best races I've done in a long time. I am wrapped with that result. Alright, so there we go, 276 points, which brings my total now up to 544, and now puts us comfortably in the top 10 in the Oceania regional ranking, currently sitting in 7th position. So I am absolutely wrapped with that. That is honestly the best race I think I've ever done, or the best FIA race I've ever done, I should say. But hopefully we can keep the momentum going for the final 2 rounds. But that's it from me today, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. Should have the manufacturer series out tomorrow, hopefully, if all goes well. But until then, hope everybody's well, stay safe, and I will see you all next time.